Hello and welcome back to episode 39 of The Long Dark. I'm Vic, and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. So, gather around the fire, and let me tell you about the time that I took down a bear with one arrow in the face. It was super cheesy. I noticed that he was bleeding. I think every bow hit inflicts bleeding, but I'm not sure. And then I just kited him to make sure he stayed close. I kept hopping in my little car, which is just over the hill there, whenever he got close. And sure enough, after a few minutes of messing with his head, he just fell down. And so for the past more than 24 hours of game time, I have been carving meat out of that sucker and cooking it. And I have just finished that process, and I'm just waiting on a little bit of water to boil. And then we're going to get on with our day. And it is nighttime, but it's actually, it's relatively warm. Oh, well, we've got 2 ticks of temperature down now. We used to only have 1, so I might have squandered the ideal time for nighttime adventuring. I've already scavenged most of the area for wood in order to keep the fire burning all this time. But I did add a little bit to my stock, so when we're ready to head out, we will be somewhat better positioned than we were before. So I've been thinking about what I want to do next, and I am, yes, just killing time waiting for the water to boil. I'm pretty sure that there's going to be something really tasty up here in the glowing cave, and I also think that these bunkers are going to be really nice. If I recall correctly, there are going to be a series of 3 bunkers, and finding the first one will lead to the second and then to the third. So I want to do both of those because I really do remember the person that I'm going to have to rescue, person or people. I have this idea that there's going to be more than one. I think that's going to be a really arduous trip, so I want to be as well prepared for that as I can be. And having a wolfskin coat is definitely a nice start, but it's not going to get us all the way to where we want to be. Okay. So yeah, I cooked 2 liters of water. The plan is to leave some behind in the car, where I've also left more than 10 kilograms of cooked bear meat. And, yeah, look at all that meat. We're going to leave 1 liter behind. So that gives us some decent carry weight. You know what else I'm going to leave behind? Is my... Did I already put it away? I might have already put it away. There it is. Yeah, my bear pelt. I definitely want to get that cured in the hope that I'll be able to make a sleeping roll. But we're not really in good bear pelt curing territory, so let's just get on with it, shall we? I think this torch is going to give me a little bit of heat bonus, so that'll be nice. I'm also pretty sure that those houses up ahead aren't going to provide any shelter. Usually when there's a bear hanging out, there's a cave nearby, but I didn't spot his cave, so either I caught him relatively far away from it, or I'm just bad at spotting them, which we already know is true, so that's the most likely hypothesis. Yeah, these buildings all look broken. I assume they've been repossessed by the bank as well. And I'm thinking that what I might want to do is find a spot to hole up once it starts getting close to dawn, because I think the wind is going to come back up and help us have a bad day. Derelict cabins. Who would have guessed? Antiseptic in the snow. Sure, it's in great condition. Second cooking pot. Don't really want to carry that right now. Doesn't hurt to have more tinder plugs, but I'm feeling pretty good about my wood supply.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
On the other hand, let's take all that stuff and put it away, so it'll be someplace safe. I don't know if that's going to decay if it's left out, but why take a chance? Just one. Yeah. And, yep, the wind is coming up. We're starting to lose more heat. Still got a long way to go to the plane crash. And we're walking into the wind, so we're slowing down. That's nice. What I could do is go back to that wood stove before my torch burns out and get a fire lit in it. Let's do that. Let's do exactly that. It's midnight and the wind is already coming up. I guess that's what I get for squandering all that time cooking up some bear, but I mean, who can blame me, really? Do it. Huh. I would have thought that having a torch for your fire starter would make it a done deal. You gonna coax it, Astrid? No talking to the baby fire this time?
Perfect.
Nice. And go ahead and toss that torch in there. Alrighty. Well, since we're here, and I think we're gonna stay here. Let's prepare to wait it out a little bit. Go ahead and toss all of this junk in there. How about instead I just have a little nap and see how we're doing? I have a feeling this might be the strategy for the higher difficulty levels, is you get a fire going and then have yourself a little nap. Take advantage of the, still cold. Take advantage of the temperature bonus you get from your bedroll, as well as the fire. And you pretty much have to micro-sleep, because the game will not wake you up if you are freezing to death in your sleep on the harder difficulties, which is, I don't know, some people might call that pretty uncool. And now it's extremely cold. How cold is it? It's minus 28 with a wind chill of minus 16. That's exceedingly cold. We got an hour and 23 minutes, so why don't we stock up a little bit? Can you tell that my tactics have changed since I spent all that time with the bear? It was touch and go there for a little bit. It was quite cold, and I didn't have much fuel.
I feel numb.
And I still don't have many matches. Now we got some more cedar. I'd prefer to hang on to the cedar because it's good for fire starting. But all I have is cedar and coal, so whatever, I guess. A couple of hours. Alright, let's do one more sleep. This is actually a moment where I would have preferred to find some fur, but no such luck. So isn't that interesting? It said 2 hours, I slept for 1 hour, and now there's 90 minutes of fire left? Why is that happening? Am I not actually sleeping for the whole hour? Do one more. Then we'll eat us some bear meat for breakfast. Tasty. So it turns out that bear meat is actually the best I've found so far. Look at that. 1,000 calories to the kilogram. That's very good. There, it happened again. Let's do one more hour of sleep and see how it works out. Ideally, the sun will come up and we won't be caught in another windstorm. we'll be able to make a little bit of progress. Looks promising, doesn't it? Still 3 ticks down. I don't know. And we gotta keep moving eventually. How do you suppose it decides how much health is left on your torch when you take it? Never made any sense out of that. I don't want to look at that stuff right now. I got places to go. Is this the morning time music?
What the...
An earthquake? I'm going to assume that was an earthquake. I went to school in an area that had active demolitions going on a regular basis, so we occasionally felt stuff like that and didn't think anything of it. I remember one time I was at dinner with some friends, and there was a small scale earthquake. It was like a 2 on the Richter scale. It was enough to make the dishes dance on the table, though, and didn't even interrupt the conversation. We were so unimpressed after being desensitized by all the explosions that went on the nearby range. Astrid clearly did not go to school with me. So we've been seeing some stuff about earthquakes when we read pamphlets, or rather Will did, because I guess Astrid hasn't had that same opportunity to educate herself. But they did mention earthquakes prior to the so-called first flare where our plane went down. Should we guess that the earthquakes actually are related to the geomagnetic events? Or should we just guess that the Great Bear region is having a very rough go of it? I keep hearing a knocking sound in my left ear, but I think... Oh, now you throw it. I think it's actually just my headphones creaking. But those timber wolves, man, have got me all paranoid. Don't have any good place to retreat to right now. Don't know anything about this area. We're going to want some shelter pretty quick here. There's Astrid chiming in. That house might be intact. Might be our next port of call. And of course there are wolves over there. They just changed course abruptly, didn't they? Well, so much for my hope that there was only one pack of timber wolves in the region. I could get out the rifle and take a shot at them. If I could take one down, that'd probably be a good way to go. Well, they've spotted me now, so... Oh, come on, Astrid. We're gonna have to talk about this. Get another one in there, please. Okay. Should have done that when I grabbed the rifle. I should have just assumed that it's empty, because that's the world we live in. We live in a world where everything outside is trying to kill you.
This stuff will come in handy.
And nobody is prepared for that. Flare? Why not? Pleasant Valley History Part 2. Founded in 1919, Thompson's Crossing remains the only significant community in Pleasant Valley. With a history tied to the farming and mining concerns of its residents, the isolated town followed its own path along the boom and bust cycle of the Great Bear Island industry. With greater and greater instability due to seismic activity, the workings in the nearby mines proved too dangerous for later generations to exploit. And with the arrival of local activists, determined to keep new industry from taking root in Pleasant Valley, Thompson's Crossing began its steady decline. There you go. No mention of the incredibly hostile wildlife. Pork and beans?
Be prepared for anything.
No, thank you. How about this soda? Drink it. Save ourselves a little bit of water. So I'm going to have to go outside and fight those wolves. And I might as well do it. So that was enough to deter him, but not his friends. Let's try the wolf strategy, or the flare strategy. Ooh, that demoralized him a bunch. That's a very effective strategy, okay. Come on then, you little shits. Yeah. Didn't wait long enough. Okay, I believe their morale is broken. And I wounded one of them. He was bleeding when he left, so he's gonna die someplace. Hacksaw, thank you very much. Not big progress this episode, but at least I didn't get my clothing torn to shreds like I did last time.
This'll come in handy.
Thank you very much. Those might be an improvement over Astrid's lousy gloves. Painkillers? I don't even care what condition they're in. Alright, let's see about these gloves, eh? Poorer condition. What if I repair them? I don't have any cloth. Is that cloth? That's cloth. How about now? Do I even want to bother? I know these are lousy. I know I'm going to replace them. But am I just going to let Astrid freeze in the meantime? Yeah, okay. Those are better. I was having myself a little think today, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be able to find some exciting new stuff that we haven't seen before in this episode. Game episode, not video episode. So I'm eager to grab the goodies. We're back to 3 ticks down. And if I head toward where the wolves came from, I can find me a glowing cave, which I think is what I want to do right now. It should be a relatively short walk, and it's probably my best chance at finding some decent shelter for the night. Am I once again walking into the wind? I think I am. Ooh, there's a house up there. That's the bunker. It's not the cave that I want, but also probably decent shelter. Let's hope it's not where the Timberwolves hang out, because I think it might be. Is that way going to take me to the cave? It is. I guarantee one of those two is where the wolves like to hang out. And the two that are still alive are going to be unhappy with me. Heard some birds. Where are they? Oh, those aren't the birds. That's my raven friend. I think. There he is. Why is he hanging out up there? Wood-burning stove, that's nice. Outhouse. Can't get in. I believe that's our bunker. Okay, so no Timberwolves here, which means we're probably going to find them at the glowy cave. Convenient that this person didn't have a padlock on their hatch.
Holy shit.
I don't think we want to be down here any longer than we have to be. And apologies in advance, I'm going to do this
Probably useful.
in the dark, because I really don't want to waste lantern fuel right now. On the other hand, maybe I don't need to. Oh, look at all that. How is our lantern? Am I still carrying a crummy one? No. Mine is in excellent condition. Alright, well, we got plenty of fuel, so we might as well use the light. You're off the hook. First aid kit.
I'll take it.
Yeah. No. Am I carrying a pry bar? Can't remember. Decent snow pants. Yes.
I think I can use this.
Alright, that's a... You know what? I'm going to take that bandage, and I'm going to put it in the first aid kit. I'll put a couple in there. I'm actually carrying more than I thought. Toss those in there, too. And, yeah, moving on. Plenty of calories.
Okay.
And in good condition. Lots of water. That's a Forest Talker backpack. Ooh. Okay. Joplin's Journal Part 1. A storm's coming. No man knows when, but I can smell it. Can't stop it. All a man can do is hide out while it blows over. Helpful. Locate the second bunker. That's what I wanted to see.
Could end up being useful.
It's not in terrible shape. Those are in good shape. I'm gonna grab everything and I'm gonna consolidate a little bit. Yes. Now where am I gonna consolidate? What's the weight limit on the metal container? 15
Wonder
kilos?
if I can drop any of this gear.
15 is a good number of kilos. Go ahead and put all those in there. Deal with the clothing in a minute. Okay. Checked all of those. Did I? I didn't take all the stuff, though. Haven't even searched these yet.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Okay. Our clothing situation is improving rapidly. Look at all that.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yeah, definitely don't need 5 tins of coffee that I'm never going to drink. And Oh yeah, let's go ahead and put down one of those pots. I forgot to put that in the firebox earlier. Nice. Okay, then we're going to put the lamp away for a minute. Because I remembered that I have stuff for arrows. How many can I make? 2? Well, 2 is more than none. Alrighty. Now I think I have 5 arrows. Which means I can take down 5 whole bears. And that's got to be enough bears, right? Let's go ahead and reload our lantern. Okay, was I carrying a jerry can? I was not.
I wonder who owns this stuff.
Go ahead and empty that one into the lantern as well. Okay. That's another half a liter. And that's like almost 2 liters. That's nice. No, I wanted to... Thank you. Okay, we haven't... Ooh. As the years fall away in front of us, so fall the boulders from the hills. All this will look like a victory for Great Bear. Even as Mother Nature recovers Pleasant Valley, whoever remains will be forced to adapt, die, or move on. Yeah, see, that tends to be where I'm not super happy with the environmentalist types. Is like,
hope nobody needs this anymore.
You know, here are these people, and they're trying to live here, and they're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna screw this up for them. Okay, a second rifle. So
this pack is getting kind of heavy.
It's in better condition than the one I got, but not by enough that I want to swap. So we'll leave behind the good one, and we'll just do our best to remember that there's one to get. Astrid's sweater versus... Really, I thought that... Well, you know what? I bet the wool shirt is better than a ragged t-shirt. Yeah. Okay, so let's try this one on first. Let's try this one on first. So the wool sweater is better on those, but it's not as good on wetness. But it's an inner layer. Wetness isn't something that we're overly concerned about on inner layers. Okay. Which of these do I want to replace there? I think... Yeah, we'll do the cargo pants. Alrighty. And as with everything else, we'll put the extra stuff away. Gotta remember to get those socks on. Okay, let's do that. Excellent. So we're certainly doing better now. Did I check these? I did not. Don't really need tinder plugs right now.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Maybe. I actually think not. Right? Is this a better toque? It's in 23% condition. If I repair it, it could be better. But I'm going to go with probably not. So let's go ahead and put it away. Alright, is there more stuff that I need to ditch for now? Not really. I'll put away the peroxide. What else? Oh yeah, I don't want that. Keeping those, keeping those. Alright, you know, I don't have a distress pistol yet, so the flare rounds are not super useful. Oh, can I repair that arrow? That would be nice. I think that's it. But can I repair the arrow? I can harvest it. And if I harvest it, I won't lose the head or the feathers. So I think that's a good idea. I don't know what happens if it breaks in the wild. However, we're all out of time for episode 39. So come back and see me in episode 40 for a glowing cave and probably another tangle with some timberwolves. Talk to you soon.